Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Vinod Wright, the founder and CEO of Wave Welcome. We're going to chat to him today, get to know his company a little bit and him. And yeah, we're just going to have a general nice time. So thank you so much for joining us again, Vinod. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, compliments to the new season. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. 2024 has started off well, and I'm looking forward to that continuing.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. So talk to me. What is Wave Welcome? What do you guys do?
Sure. So, Wave Welcome is, in a nutshell, we leverage technology to solve real world challenges. And we work with a number of different organizations across different sectors. So our engagements tend to vary depending on who it is we're working with. So in a lot of cases, organizations completely outsource their IT to us, and we handle everything from their software applications to the IT infrastructure. But in other cases, it's a more specialized project engagement. We also do predictive analytics to really pull some insights out of organizations' data. And the last thing, and what I'm the most excited about, is we've also developed a platform called Pervista, which leverages artificial intelligence to analyze video streams from surveillance cameras in real time to detect firearms. So our target market for that product is both schools and hospitals, and we've got a lot of traction, which really goes into the optimism that I have for 2024.
Awesome, awesome. That's definitely a need. I mean, with recent events, so I love that there's developments towards the safety because of that. Because we all read the news, so we all know what's going on. So that's
Absolutely.
that's really cool. That's really cool. All
Thank
right.
you.
So then, how long has Wave Welcome been running for?
So Wave Welcome has been around for about 3.5 years now. So we made and what some people would call an ill-advised decision to start in the middle of the pandemic, but things have been going well. So yeah, we started in 2020.
Awesome. You'd be surprised how many people I interview that started during COVID. So it seems like it was like a shift in how people work, I guess, and also just like it people had time to really sort of think about things that would impact the world. So some amazing ideas
Yeah,
came
and
out of the pandemic.
I think a big part of it, certainly for me, is it forced us. 2020 was a year of a few major things happening. So certainly
Okay.
there was the COVID-19 global pandemic that happened, but in addition to that, it was also the year of George Floyd, where we were forced to
Yes.
really reconsider our place in this country as minorities. So for me,
Hmm.
it was really a perfect jumping off point because I really did some soul searching in terms of where I wanted to be long term. And
Mm,
the answer that kept coming back is that if I was going to start a company, which I've wanted to for quite some time, it was the time to do it. And
yeah.
certainly because of my background, I was able to go and get another job if I needed to. But
Mm,
I wanted to see if it would work, and it has. So it was a
yeah.
great decision for me.
Congratulations. So what is your background?
Thank
What do
you.
you what is your yeah, what were
Sure.
you doing before?
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been in IT now for almost 30 years. So I started um, quite some time ago, but I've held a number of senior level roles in IT. So I
Okay.
served as Chief Technology Officer for EDS or Electronic Data Systems. After that, I was also Director of Technology for Hillary Clinton during her Senate reelection in 2008 presidential campaign. I was
Okay.
CIO for Prince George's County, which is the second largest county in Maryland, for 6.5 years. I was also CIO for WSSC Water, which is the eighth largest water utility in the US. And I was also CIO and VP of Operations for Ironbow Technologies. And that was all before I started Wave Welcome. So I've worked
Wow.
at the C level for billion-dollar organizations 4 times.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So you got the credentials. I like that.
Thank
All
you.
right. So then, yeah. So then you kind of touched on it, but yeah, what was the reason why you started Wave Welcome?
Yeah, so another thing that has been very important to me is making sure that we're democratizing access to lucrative IT careers. So
Yeah.
going back to my time as CIO for for Prince George's County, where I started in 2010. I wanted to make sure that we were focused on that career pipeline, really cultivating it and making sure there was access for diverse individuals. And certainly, diversity means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So we're not just focused on gender, we're not just focused on race, we're focused on age, we're focused on a number of different things. So
Yeah.
what I did as CIO for Prince George's County is we brought in one summer 36 high school and college interns. We broke them into six teams of six, and they had paid internships for 6 weeks. And what they did is leveraged technology to solve a challenge that existed in Prince George's County. So that's a model that I've continued forward to make sure that young people are able to go beyond theory into practical application in terms of what it means to work in IT. So that really is the impetus for starting Wave Welcome, because we want to make sure that we're giving young people and people that are looking to get into IT the opportunity to operate at the highest level. So we're not just interested in bringing people in for help desk jobs. We want to bring in people that have the aptitude and willingness to really push themselves further to get to the C level of their careers. So that really is the basis of the company. But the flip side of that is, from our client's perspective, we also want to make sure that they have access to cutting edge technologies like artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and some other things as well.
Yeah. Awesome. And then
Thank you.
what's the long-term goal?
So the long-term goal, we would like to see Wave Welcome become a very large IT company in Prince George's County, Maryland, which is where we're headquartered. So
Okay.
right now, there are no companies that are Black owned in IT that are at $1 billion valuation. So the
Oh.
aspirational goal is certainly to reach that point.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, once you reach that point, it creates a lot of opportunities for the local ecosystem. So that
Yeah.
is our long-term goal. I mean, I do put those audacious goals out there and put the measures in place to make sure we're meeting those goals as well.
Definitely, definitely. Awesome. I mean, you can definitely reach it. There's the sky's the limit, right?
That's right. That's right. Still got to
Cool.
put in
So
the work.
definitely. Like you said before, right? The optimism works. You have to put in the work with and be
That's
optimistic,
right.
right? It's gotta be a hand in hand thing. You can't just like hope and pray and it's gonna happen. You gotta get down and dirty with
That's right.
it.
You're absolutely right.
Cool, cool. So then what are some of the challenges that you are currently facing at Wave Welcome?
Sure. So we are deploying our product, Provista. And like I said, that's leveraging artificial intelligence to do some pretty, what I think are impressive things in terms of firearm and weapon detection.
Yeah.
So the biggest challenge there is really it's an expensive proposition. And
Mm.
so far we are bootstrapping that development. So what we're doing is taking the profits from Wave Welcome and using those to build up Provista.
Okay.
And certainly, when you're looking at at a platform like artificial intelligence, it's not easy. Number one, but you certainly spend a lot to get your product launched. So
Yeah.
it's really a balancing act for us because it has changed our operational model in some ways. Because Wave Welcome really operates based on project-based engagements, monthly retainers, whereas Provista is a SaaS product. So that's
Mm.
more of the monthly subscriptions with multi-year agreements, which is something we haven't done before, but
Okay.
also gaining access to people that can work in artificial intelligence. So where we are in Prince George's County, that's not necessarily a skill set that exists at scale. So
Mm.
finding the right people who can help to push us forward, people that really have that hands-on experience in the technology and can help us to grow and scale. That really is a challenge that we're navigating right now. But longer term, going back to the vision for Wave Welcome, I'd love to be able to create an ecosystem of AI developers and predictive
Yeah.
analytics administrators, that sort of thing here in Prince George's County. So it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for us.
Awesome. That's the best way to look at a challenge. It's always a segue to multiple opportunities. You just gotta tackle it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah,
Okay.
wholeheartedly agree. And it's one of those things where certainly when you take a look at challenges, they don't just exist for you. They exist for a lot of different people, if not
Yeah.
everyone. And what
Yeah.
happens is if you're the one who is able to solve that challenge and have the ability to scale it, it then becomes an
Mm,
opportunity for revenue as well. So that's another way
yeah.
of looking at it.
Awesome. Okay, cool. I feel so inspired talking to you. Thank you for being my first interview
Thank
for the day.
you.
I'm so excited.
Ah,
so
very good.
then,
Very good.
so then, what sort of assistance would you, need from our community?
Yeah, so certainly, number one is awareness to really
Mm,
amplify what it is that we're working on. So we take great pride in the fact that we're one of the few Black owned AI firms in the country.
yeah.
So Fortune magazine covered us in an article last month, and that was one of the
Mm,
points they were highlighting. And I certainly don't want us to be the only one. I want a lot of minority led AI firms, certainly
yeah.
from communities where we tend to be underrepresented at the highest levels of technology, and certainly with cutting edge technologies. So number
Mm,
one, I'd love to increase awareness of what it is that we're working on, but also I go back to the challenge that I had listed before in terms
yes.
of access to people who are able to help push our mission forward. So
Yeah.
finding affordable AI developers is not an easy proposition. So certainly finding people who have those skill sets and are willing to come and work at a small startup, that's
Yeah.
invaluable for us as well. And also to make sure that I'm networking with other like-minded people. So as a startup CEO, it can be lonely sometimes, but talking to
Yes.
other people who are going through the same journey you're going is invaluable.
Mm.
So those three things are areas where I could see some assistance being helpful.
Amazing, amazing, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Bernard. It's been so lovely chatting to you. Like I said, like you really have inspired me, and everything that comes out your mouth is just like a snippet I want to write down and put on my wall.
Wow,
So
thank
thank you
you.
for being
Thank you.
so thank you for
Thank
being
you.
so open and coming onto the podcast with us. I really do wish you all the best, and I cannot wait until you reach the Forbes 500 or the billion dollar tech company.
Thank you. I'll make sure you're at that party, Izzy. Thank you.
I am waiting for the invitation. I'm gonna go gown shopping.
All right, very good. Very good.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
It's my pleasure. Thank you. You do the same.